All right, everyone, welcome back into another props video. Going to be touching on the top prop bets for Taco Tuesday here. Let's go ahead and get into it. So let's go ahead and start with just taking a peek at the board that we have today. And what we're going to see is we are getting a decent amount of good prop bets, I would say, for the most part. Okay, so Bryce Harper for his over fantasy score. That's going to be one that I feel comfortable with us kind of rolling with. And then Freddie Freeman as well for his over fantasy score. Those, just looking at it, guys, seem like very good lines. We look at the average sportsbook line. It would tell us that the Bryce Harper PrizePicks line is too low. We look at the underdog line. It tells us that the PrizePicks line is too low. Then we look at the projection data. It tells us that it's too low. That's going to be the exact same case for Freddie Freeman. With that, let's go ahead and just jump on into a little bit more of the MLB prop bets that we have. And again, those are going to be the two simple, easy ones that we want to roll with. From there, are we getting any other edges? I would say yes, but at the same time, nothing that we really need to go in on. Like, I don't mind Lindor for his over fantasy score. That one only has a 53% chance to hit. Don't exactly need to go in on that. So we're probably just staying with those two for our Taco Tuesday slip. Now, again, it does depend on how much is available per taco for you guys to figure out what you're going to be doing with your bets. Again, if you have $25 available, do 5 bets individually. If that's not the case, I don't mind the idea of running out just a 5 slip. Well, it'd be a 6 slip bet, but a 5 slip bet with that taco added in there. I'd be fine with that as well. Let's go ahead and jump on into WNBA. We are going to notice that we are getting a decent amount of good prop bets there as well. So we got Skylar Diggins for under 6 assists. Now, I don't really need to go with that one. I would say that one is currently being valued as a push. I don't feel the need to go on that one too much. And then Wilson as well. Very strong EV bet we can see here, guys, where Vegas is giving this a 54% chance for the under to hit. The only hesitation I have would be the fact that the projection data likes the over. All in all, though, I'm kind of fine with using this one for the under as well. And then really probably the best one that we have on the board would be this one for Brittany Sykes to get over 22.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And we look at it again, like the projection data really likes the over at 21.5. Very high likelihood that she gets over that. So maybe it's just a push at 22, but at the same time, the fact that the projection data really likes that over as well, I'm kind of okay rolling with that. Then from there, let's jump into the NFL. Now, guys, I really dislike this first one that's popping up in there. That's going to be Christian Watson for under his fantasy score. And personally, this is one where I think I'd be wanting to bet the over, honestly. I think his yards over is a good bet. I think his receptions bet is a good over bet. You gotta remember, this is going to be week 1 going into the NFL season where the expectations for players might be a little bit off, and I think that's going to be the case with Christian Watson. Christian Watson is going to be the receiver number 1 for the Green Bay Packers. I don't think anyone's doubting that. But when he has been the receiver number 1 and healthy, he crushes this over consistently. Now it's maybe a little bit more of a hit or miss nature, but for a full game against the Eagles secondary that did struggle last year, it's tough for me to imagine him not getting this over. And you look at the game total here, guys, this is also kind of crazy to me. If the Packers are going to be playing from behind, which I don't know, I would say the Packers are the better team, maybe it's the same. I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's not like it's a home game for either team here. Weird line there, I would say. I think the expectations are off for Christian Watson here. So, like, I probably still will be making this bet. I don't want to go against the data too much, but it is week 1. Okay, and I will say week 1 in the NFL, again, just some expectations are going to be off for some players, and that's what I think is occurring with him. You also have Romeo Doubs there as well. It's weird that both of those two prop bets would be suggesting the same thing. And the reason I say that is because one of those two are going to be kind of the default receiver number 1. Now, some people are probably saying, what about Jaden Reed? Yes and no. Jaden Reed's more of a gadgety player, I would say. Kind of forced into production last year. But in the sense of this offense being fully healthy, it'll be Christian Watson number 1, probably then Dobbs, and then Jaden Reed, and then maybe a little bit of Wicks. But in terms of big play upside, Watson's number 1 as well. So I am struggling with that. Still going to bet it probably, but I want to call that one out. One that I actually don't mind the under for is going to be Lamar Jackson for under his 20 fantasy score. We're going to see with the line at 20.3, the data really likes the under about 54%. Adjust that down a little bit. It's about a 53.9% chance for his under to hit. And the reason why I like this one a little bit more is going to be the fact that you look at this offense with Derrick Henry now there. I think there might be a greater chance that Lamar is now rushing the football as much as he did last year. That maybe alleviates a little bit of pressure from Lamar Jackson as well. So I'm happy to do that one almost. Chiefs are a little bit more of a difficult defense as well. But that's kind of it in terms of really big edges I would say that we are currently getting for the NFL as well. So with that, guys, let's go ahead and get into the bet of the day, but want to remind you guys of a couple promo codes that are going on. Use the promo code KEEPCASHING to get 20% off your first 9 to 5 membership. So if you guys are someone that has signed up for 9 to 5 membership in the past and want to re-up, it'd be a perfect time to do that. Use that promo code 20% off to get a $10 membership for $8. Also, if you guys are new to PrizePicks, use the promo code 925, number 9, and then TO5 to get access to $50 instantly when you make your first bet of up to $5. And really, guys, it's a perfect time if you haven't never signed up for PrizePicks. I'm assuming you are if you are watching this video, but we got Taco Tuesday. We got a bunch of free squares. There's always Flex Friday. It's a solid deal that they have going on. But looking at, guys, we have 2 good MLB prop bets again. I feel pretty comfortable with those. And for whatever reason, maybe the fact that it's late season, maybe some players are a little bit more locked in. I don't know, but they've been hitting it a little bit more frequently lately than they were in the middle of the season. And we have the decent WNBA prop bet. Again, if you don't want to use this Christian Watson one, I kind of get that for his less than fantasy score. I personally do not, even though it's the best one on the board. If you just want to make it a 5 slip bet and run that out as well, you could. But I did include that on there just because it was the best bet on the board for NFL. And I don't want to go against Vegas too frequently, but I do think that that's an outlier. And then Lamar Jackson for his less than fantasy score as well. All right, guys, that's going to be all for this video. Good luck today on your Taco Tuesday bets. Obviously, you can use these for non-Taco Tuesday bets as well if you would like to do that. Thanks for watching, guys. Good luck. And as always, let's keep cashing.